Rodon started out as a block of cheese and a small truck that Rod Rasmussen drove.
My dad's Rod. He had a friend named Don. They came up with Rodon.
Don didn't feel like the business was going to work, and so he elected to get out about 3 to 4 months into the beginning of the business.
Somehow my mom and dad came up with the money to pay him back, and at that point they had nothing left for new stationery or new invoices. And so Rodon stuck, and it's always been mispronounced, misspelled, and what have you, but people tend to remember it.
Dad was a person who was very, very well liked, and they had, at the same time, Dad was a very hard worker. And so we looked and learned from Dad about being honest in your dealings. Don't be afraid to do the extra mile, whatever it takes to make sure you get it done and get done right.
I think the lessons that he learned as a kid working with his parents was he learned how to work. He learned the importance of work and family and how important they both went together. You know, he learned that they couldn't have one without the other. They had to have them both in order to live and be able to do the things that they always wanted to do.
Between the two of them, Cory became a very good salesman and a very good PR person. He's excellent with people, and he's very good with selling because of his honesty and his future, looking to the future.
Cory has not only grown Rodon, he has grown with Rodon. He started in a warehouse, he moved his way to a delivery truck, to sales. He's changed with the market when the market changed. He's seen brokers, direct sales. He's seen a lot of changes in this marketplace and had the ability to change and actually change his company to meet the new demands.
So we opened up a brokerage. We sold off the distribution center in the house and the trucks. Rodon Foods, as far as the brokerage, it was open. We've been going strong ever since. A total of years of 51 years this year.
But not just a brokerage, you know, a very hands-on, personal, very engaged brokerage that you knew that if they were going to come in and Cory was going to sit down in front of you, that you were going to have a really good opportunity to have a win-win situation.
I would describe Cory as a genuinely nice person. He's one of those type of individuals that when you meet him, you just can't help but like him.
He makes me smile. I think Cory is probably one of the most professional people in the industry that we have. He served for years on the board of the Utah Food Industry Association, and we spent a lot of time following his leadership, which is so much a reflection of his personality because he appreciates everyone's opinions and asks for consensus among decisions.
He is passionate and loves people, and I think Cory knows what he's after, which makes all of us in the company follow him and want to give him more because he is such a giving person and a very compassionate person.
He doesn't do things selfishly. It's never for himself. It's never for his gain. It's always for others. It's not just business, it's personal. His employees are family. He wants the best for them, always.
His biggest asset is his relationships, and I think Cory understands that, and he's built relationships on all ends, not only in retail, but with the companies he represents and his employees.
He reminds me so much of my father. Dad would meet somebody, and he would never forget that person. Cory's just a loving, caring person to all that he meets.
This industry's been great from the standpoint that whether somebody's your competitor, whether somebody you're selling, whether you're somebody you're representing, what ends up happening is you end up rubbing shoulders and you get to know people. And that's something that's been great about this business is people. Terry's the one that really taught me what life was all about, what was important. One of the things that she pointed out, she says, hey, never get so busy making a living that you're not making a life. And she was the one that needed to kind of remind me along the way.
The love was incredible. He loved her very, very much. They used to sit on the porch at the old Rodons, and the two of them would just sit and talk back and forth.
When Terry came down with cancer, Cory literally went everywhere that they could possibly think to go to see if they could find a cure and be able to be with him today. Terry died on December 4th, and it's been 3 years.
He took loving care of her right up to the very end, but still continued to focus on the business. And I think everybody respected that he was able to balance that, which is very tough to do.
Life throws us all a bunch of curveballs, and it's never a straight line of any direction. It seems like you just don't know. And Cory is certainly extremely resilient. He has gone through more than most people face, and I think that it shows the character of Cory and the strength that he really truly has.
I'm real fortunate I've got 3 great kids, and now they're the ones that are leading me now, especially a daughter that's become the rock of our family, and really the glue that keeps us all together. I've got one son out of the country, and then I'm a great son-in-law, and then I'm so fortunate to have a son that works here in the business, Rob, and it's interesting, he comes up with a lot of ideas I would have never dreamed of. It's exciting to see things as we take it another step farther.
Not only has he taken the family business and made it just truly successful, but he's also just become just such a wonderful person, family man, individual who, when you think about Cory, you think about someone that you'd like to be with and to be a part of what he's got going on.
I'm so proud of my dad for being who he is. I'm so proud of him for who he is and who he's helped us become. He truly has taught me so much about myself and others, and I am just so proud to say that I'm his daughter.